Streaming on clickorlando.com, you're watching News 6 at 10 p.m.
Terry was an amazing deputy. She had a beautiful heart, and she will be missed.
Now on News 6, a choked up sheriff grieves a deputy gunned down just outside our viewing area. How a local sheriff is sending real on the ground support. A former pastor already accused of inappropriate relationships with teens faces more charges in a second county. Why he was even ordered to stay away from his own kids.
If I don't go before they start the game, then getting back in is a problem. They block the road off.
Classic frustrations for people in the historic downtown Orlando, why their lives are being disrupted for a third weekend in a row. But we start now at 10 tonight with an emergency meeting that did not go the way a mayor wanted.
Chief, can you remove her, please?
You are rotten to the core. And what these people said.
I'm hearing from Deltona, DeLand, DeBerry, New Smyrna Beach. We're a laughing stock. Yes, we are. What are we doing? What are we doing?
A big personality clash left a small local city divided and a mayor's motion defeated. Orange City's mayor called the special meeting trying to get rid of the city clerk after a back and forth between the two escalated. In hours of public comment, not one member of the audience spoke up to back Mayor Kelly Marks. News 6 community correspondent Troy Campbell is inside council chambers with the unusually public personnel drama.
Yeah, we're inside council chambers. We were in here for several hours as we listened to members of the public, one by one, get up and speak, all in support of the city clerk.
This is ridiculous for us to stand here or sit here with this nonsense. County has been over and above doing the things for the community.
She has always and will always take her job as city clerk very seriously because she will always value support and care for the people of our community.
People completely filling council chambers in Orange City on Friday night for a special meeting, following an email back and forth between City Clerk Kaylee Burleson and Mayor Kelly Marks. Mayor Marks called the special meeting to discuss Burleson's behavior. Burleson claims Mayor Marks has created a hostile work environment inside City Hall. She also claims she's been retaliated against for using paid time off. Mayor Marks says her tone might have been misinterpreted in the emails. At Friday night's meeting, Marks made a motion to terminate Burleson's contract. That was followed after about 2 hours of public comment. Every person who went up to the podium supported Burleson. Ultimately, the motion failed, with the majority of the council voting to keep their city clerk. We spoke to both of them moments after that motion failed. How important is it just to see everybody here, though, supporting you in this time where you had other things going on?
It's extremely important to me. I love this community. I've lived in this community for 15 years, so I live, work, and play in Orange City, and I really do love this community and its members, the business owners, and everything.
I'm glad that the citizens came out to speak. I think it's important that the community come out and express their opinions. Obviously I was elected in to do a job, and we have to make sure that all of our departments run smoothly, and that's what I'm trying to do. We're going to have to rebuild.
And again, when I asked the mayor, she says she does plan to have a conversation with the city clerk to find a way to move forward for the sake of the city. In Orange City, Troy Campbell, News 6.
Another top story tonight, a former Sanford pastor accused of inappropriate conduct with two girls at his church is facing new charges tonight and spending the night in the Volusia County Jail. A judge ordered Yerson Solarte Basto held without bond after his first appearance earlier today. News 6's Catherine Silver is at the jail, where he also was banned from contacting anyone under 18, even his own kids.
Yerson Solarte Basto is being held here at the jail on 5 counts of sexual battery. This is an arrest report we just got from the Volusia Sheriff's Office today, and it includes new details about his alleged behavior at both IPUL Pentecostal Church in Sanford and at his home in DeBerry. The arrest report says the victims in this case first came forward in April, and that one of them said she had been in an intimate and sexual relationship with the now former pastor since January. She also told investigators that Solarte Basto had spent the previous year and a half grooming her. that he allegedly used his position as her pastor to make her believe she was in love with him and then coerced her into having sex numerous times. Solarte Basto faced a judge here at the jail with a Spanish interpreter today. He was denied bond and told he cannot have contact with the victims or any other minors.
So my question is, can I not talk to my kids?
That is correct. Not at this time, sir.
Solarte Basto's arrest report also mentions his family and says his wife was pregnant at the time of these allegations. Both Sanford police and deputies here in Volusia County started looking into this case this spring. Prosecutors in Seminole County have already filed formal charges. Court records there say the case in Volusia stems from the same facts. In Volusia County, I'm Catherine Silver, News 6.
Well, tonight, local deputies are traveling just outside our viewing area, backing up fellow deputies grieving one of their own. Late this afternoon, we showed you the large procession for 47-year-old Deputy Terry Mashkow in Indian River County. The sheriff there says she was shot and killed during an eviction call. The second deputy killed in the line of duty in the county's entire history. The shooting happened at the Bermuda Club along A1A near Vero Beach. It's just north of that. Deputies say this was the 7th time they were called to this location by the mother of this particular suspect. The sheriff says Michael Halberstam opened fire when deputies entered the home. Another deputy, Tino Arizpe, was shot in the shoulder and is recovering at home tonight. A locksmith, whose name has not been released, was also shot and is undergoing surgery. Sheriff Flowers says Deputy Mashkow had been on the force for 25 years, starting as a 911 operator.
This is the everyday call, the eviction, the regular duties that our deputies bravely do every day in and out. And today, Deputy Terry Sweeting Mashkow, 25 years of service, 47 years old, gave her life for this community. I can tell you that our team will feel this forever. Terry was an amazing deputy. She had a beautiful heart, and she will be missed.
The sheriff says they now have learned the suspect had made negative comments about the sheriff's office on social media. There was nothing in his record that would stop him from having a gun, though. That suspect, Michael Halberstam, is currently in critical condition. On social media, Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey announced he is sending deputy sheriffs and supervisors to help with responding to calls so colleagues in Indian River County can grieve and support that deputy's family. Tonight, Brevard County school leaders say metal detectors spotted a student bringing a gun to school. It's the second time these relatively new detectors have stopped a weapon on campus. Melbourne police say they arrested a 17-year-old earlier today, claiming that he brought a loaded gun onto campus of Palm Bay High. It's not clear why he had the gun, but he did not make any threats. Brevard Public Schools added to the Open Gate weapon detection system to every high school over the past year. The metal detectors also caught a student with a gun at Cocoa High School in February. A pre-Thanksgiving tradition is back in Orange County. Around 100,000 FAMU and Bethune-Cookman fans are set to roll into downtown Orlando for the Florida Classic this weekend. And for people living in historic Paramore neighborhood, it's now the third weekend in a row dealing with road closures, delays, and busy streets. Your Paramore community correspondent Jarrell Baker spoke to some living near Camping World Stadium.
Joanne Walker, who lives right next to Camping World Stadium, is the mother of a FAMU Rattler and a BCU Wildcat and enjoys the fun atmosphere of Florida Classic weekend. But she doesn't enjoy all the road closures and detours in her neighborhood.
I decided I wanted to go somewhere. Then if I don't go before they start the game, then getting back in is a problem. They block the road off.
And since she lives right next to the stadium, she's been dealing with these closures for 3 straight weekends now.
And I had to go all the way around Orange Blossom Trail to Old Winter Garden Road. Then when I get to Old Winter Garden Road to Darlings to come in, no, I can't come in.
So some of the problems is that we get down there, then at the end of the game, the entire 100,000 folks would like to leave the game at the same time.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office has set up a special event zone, meaning that fines are doubled and cars can be impounded.
Sometimes we need to have that visual to understand, that we need to slow down.
In an email, Sheriff's Office officials say that in the past, before we did these, we would see impromptu car shows and gatherings pop up along Colonial Drive. people would park their vehicles in the medians on the road, and that is not safe for anyone. We also reached out to OCSOs about the residents' concerns about the road closures. They told us that we understand that it may be frustrating for some residents. We just ask for their patience.
Now, that special event zone will be running through Monday at 8 a.m. City leaders are encouraging people living in the area and also coming to the area to make sure that they are informed ahead of time about all of the road closures and have a safe and fun weekend. Here in Paramore, I'm Jarrell Baker, News 6.
The Florida Classic falls on what's already a very busy weekend, but meteorologist Michelle Morgan, many people will envy our Thanksgiving forecast.
Yeah, they sure will, Matt. We're looking at a very warm weekend, everything looking pretty good, but a strong cold front is heading our way, cooling things down. But if you are doing any traveling Tuesday, Wednesday, there's a little bit of weather to look out for. Of course, we'll go over all of this in detail coming up.
And a different kind of Thanksgiving tradition, probably dates back even longer than the Florida Classic. The turkey danger warning firefighters are sounding. First, though, a head-scratching case in Flagler County is leaving some neighbors confused and worried for their safety. Next on News 6, the cryptic messages a mystery man is leaving at some front porches. You're watching News 6 at 10. Live on a Friday night, we're covering DeLand, St. Cloud, and all of Central Florida. Well, now on News 6, an ominous message written on this piece of wood right here and left in front of someone's home. It's part of an active investigation being conducted by the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. That message, quote, "The midnight stalker is coming for Palm Coast." Authorities say at least 7 different times in the early morning hours, the same person has left items like wood and even dollar bills outside people's front doors. News 6's Mike Valenti has what we're learning from Flagler County.
This is one of those odd cases you hear about and it's just kind of hard to shake. And you talk to people in Palm Coast and some of them are genuinely freaked out because they don't know what this guy is up to. You've got someone who's going up to homes in at least one case, leaving a dollar bill, but we also have video of him carrying several pieces of wood, just like this one, and leaving them at someone's door.
Kind of creepy.
Emerging when people are seemingly sound asleep, this man is fueling some of their nightmares.
Well, the guy's a jerk, obviously.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says the guy has not gotten violent, and authorities want to make sure it stays that way.
Obviously, he's a little kooky, and but we need to find out what he's doing.
I either think he's casing the house to see if somebody comes back and picks up the wood, or if he's having packages illegally shipped in.
Larry Capola has not been visited by this stranger.
There's nobody coming to my house leaving money, so.
But he says a bunch of neighbors in the R section of Palm Coast are talking about this.
And they've gone back a couple of times, apparently, to the same house.
We spoke to the family who lives in that house. They did not want to go on camera, but they told me that the first time this person left a piece of wood, and days later he came back, another piece of wood, this time with a message written on it, reading, "The Midnight Stalker is coming for Palm Coast."
Oh, but what he should be concerned about is armed homeowners that perceive him to be a threat.
Sheriff Staley says this guy could be looking at charges of trespassing, loitering and prowling. No, and he's littering.
No, but we want to make sure he's not escalating. You know, why is he doing this? Does he need mental health help? Is there another issue that we don't know about?
What authorities do know is what they have seen on surveillance video. In each incident, he's wearing a dark blue hoodie that says Essentials, matching sweatpants, and a black mask. For more information on how you might be able to help deputies, go to our website, clickorlando.com. Reporting in Flagler County, Mike Valenti, News 6.
Creepy stuff. We are less than 1 week away from Turkey Day. That means firefighters once again want to sound a warning, and we have to show it to you. They're going to show you what not to do with your bird. Today, Orange County Fire Rescue showed what happens when a frozen turkey is put in an overfilled, scorching oil fryer. And it doesn't end well, it turns out. Firefighters say cooking fires are the leading cause of house fires across the country.
People are buying turkeys that are too large for their pots. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you're buying a turkey that actually fits the pot you're going to be frying it in. After that, you want to make sure that you are prepared to have the right amount of oil inside of your pot. A common problem that causes serious fires are people are overfilling their pots, putting a turkey in, and then the oil runs over.
Firefighters say put your turkey in the pot ahead of time, fill it with water so you know how much oil you're going to need in the pot, keeping it below 2 inches from the top of the pot. They also say you'll want to dry off that turkey in the pot when you're ready to cook. That turkey needs to be thawed out. You can't put a frozen turkey in there, it'll blow up. All right, the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program makes it easy for you to help kids and seniors in need this holiday season. It's so good. For one longtime participant, it's a way to give back and honor meaningful relationships. News 6 first introduced you to Janelle Mason last year. She happened to adopt the same senior 2 years in a row. We were there as Janelle and Mr. Fred met for the first time. A few weeks ago, Janelle found out he died. So this year, she's adopting angels to honor their special relationship.
I picked Frederick because the year before that I had picked him and he asked for such basic things. He asked for white t-shirts and sheets. And I was like, that's crazy that my things that they wish for are things that I don't even think people would think are a good present. So I try to pick the older kids because I know they can be harder to buy for. And I try to pick seniors because I feel like a lot of people don't know that the seniors are also on the tree.
There's still time to adopt an angel. Look for the angel tree at the mall at Millennia and select Chick-fil-A restaurants. You can also adopt online. Take out your phone, open your camera app, scan the QR code on your screen. It will take you to clickorlando.com/angeltree, where we posted ways you can adopt an angel in person and virtually. So far, more than 2,700 angels have been adopted. We want to get gifts for 5,000 kids and 1,000 seniors. If you choose to adopt an angel this year, gifts have to be returned by December the 5th. All right, let's get a check of your forecast. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan, everybody's starting to wonder how this Thanksgiving is going to work out for us.
For us, it's good. For other places, not so much. We're going to go over your travel outlook coming up, but I do want to show you the satellite imagery of what's happening in the atmosphere. We have a big area of high pressure that is parked over the peninsula. That is going to keep things dry as we go through the next couple of days or so. But all in all, it's going to clear out our skies, and it's also going to keep our temperatures very warm. Today, we saw a daytime high of 83 degrees officially at the airport, and we're going to keep the lower 80s as we head into the weekend. Now, as we take a look at your overnight temperatures, we're at 62 in Orlando, Wedgefield. Again, this is what you'll be waking up to if you're heading out dark and early. 60 in Daytona Beach, 58 in Palm Coast, Melbourne, 64 and 56 in Ocala. I'm already tracking a little bit of fog here in parts of Sumter County, closer to Webster. Also looking at a little bit of fog over parts of Lake County, staying east of Dublin. So if you live in those areas, watch out for that patchy fog. If you're heading out for the rest of the region, we're good to go, but I do think the fog will continue to build in many locations. It'll be patchy in nature. Hour by hour forecast looking pretty good as well. We're starting off again in the 50s, 60s. I don't think you'll need a jacket, but things will warm up nicely as we go about our day. By 11, we're at 76. By noon, 79. And then hitting a daytime high of 84 degrees in Orlando tomorrow afternoon. Now for the rest of Central Florida, 83 in Kissimmee, Claremont. If you're heading out to the theme parks tomorrow, we're looking pretty good. 83 in Ocala, 82 in Daytona Beach, and 81 in Melbourne. If you are planning a beach day, we're looking at a moderate rip current risk along the entire East Coast. Heading out to the Florida Classic game tomorrow, couldn't really ask for better weather. Around kickoff, which is around 3:30, we're looking at temperatures right around that 81-degree range with plenty of sunshine. Let's go ahead and talk about your clouds and rain forecast here. So Saturday, we're fine. A weak cold front is expected to move through on Sunday. It's not really going to bring cooler weather, may pop a few isolated showers, but drier air is expected to filter in right behind it. And then look at this, Monday and Tuesday looks pretty good across the region, but I am tracking another cold front on the way, this one a little bit stronger. Ahead of that cold front, the humidity is going to begin to build on Wednesday and also Thursday, which is Thanksgiving Day, so it'll be a touch muggy. A few isolated showers are possible on Thursday as that front moves through. But then, as we go into Friday morning, that front exits, cooler air begins to filter in, and it'll be a bit breezy across the area on Friday. Travel outlook on Wednesday here. You could see here in Florida, we're looking good. Some storms associated with that strong cold front along parts of the East Coast or the eastern seaboard there. It's going to be very cold across a good chunk of the United States. Snow possible if you are heading out to Montana or Wyoming. So just keep that in mind. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast here. Tomorrow, 84, 83 on Sunday, staying in the 80s pretty much all week, and then a high of 75. Now the weather is going to be good, and of course my 6 things to do this weekend will be coming up soon. I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan, looking for weekend fun. I'm here at the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens, where the Asian Lantern Festival returns with stunning lights and beautiful art. I spoke to Bob Chabot about what you can expect.
We have about 3/4 of a mile of displays here, and these are lanterns. These are massive lanterns. Some of them are static, some of them are interactive, a lot of them move. We have some really fun themes this year. We have a strong ocean theme. We have a sort of a fantasy dragons and unicorns and crystals, ice, fire and ice kind of a theme through through a good section, and then we finish off with some holiday themes.
And you can buy tickets online. This Saturday from 5:30 to 9 p.m., celebrate the holidays for free across Donnelly, Evans, and Sunset Parks in Mount Dora. Enjoy live entertainment and snap a photo with Santa from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Enjoy a magical evening with percussion and brass at Crescent Park at Lake Nona, Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Live music under the stars, food trucks, and fun for all ages. Remember, bring chairs and a blanket. Light Up Ocala happening on Saturday features over 100 vendors with crafts, art, and delicious food options. Enjoy live entertainment and interactive kids zone for the whole family. This free event is from 3 to 8 p.m. Viva Claremont hits Lake County this Sunday, starting at 11 a.m. It's free, family-friendly fun with salsa classes, delicious foods, a bouncy house, and pony rides all day. This Sunday from 11 a.m. through 4. Head to Wooten Park in Tavares for the 4th annual Holiday Grinch Fest. Explore 70 local crafters, vendors, food, and businesses, and snap a photo with the Grinch himself. If you have something fun happening in your town next weekend, let me know. I've been getting so many fun events from viewers just like you. Just head over to clickorlando.com or a new 6 app. Just click Contact Us.
You can find all of tonight's stories on breaking news as well as everything else you need on News 6 Plus. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you at 11.